This is Hino's Sport bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, guys. I told you about me, and the bottom line why I don't take black seed oil, regularly anymore, or I don't take it, period, and I don't take apple cider vinegar regularly. I take apple cider vinegar? Yes, I do, but in periodic intervals. It's not something that I have to have in my diet, but it has its benefits. So I take it, periodically. Black seed oil, on the other hand, I don't take it anymore because I felt like I've achieved and I've gotten to the level that I needed to from a health standpoint. Black seed oil, I believe, is very beneficial and is helpful in the beginning phase when you're trying to, reach a certain goal and you're trying to lose weight, and you're trying to, get your system flowing so that your immune system can really function at its maximum proficiency. I think black seed oil is pivotal. At least for me, it was pivotal in those beginning phases. But once I got to the level where my body was able to get back to its own homeostasis, because that's what black seed oil does. It helps your immune system return to a homeostasis or an equilibrium so that it can function properly. That's what's so beneficial with black seed oil. And that's why I was taking it for the period of time that I did. But once my body was able to do that on its own, there was no need for me to take black seed oil. Am I sitting here saying that, black seed oil is bad? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's the reason why I didn't feel the need for me to not have to take it anymore, because my body started doing things naturally without having the help of black seed oil to do it at that time. So, am I telling folks that, it's okay to take black seed oil? Yes, it is. But I would advise against taking it regularly and taking it long term. I would advise against that. My take on it is take black seed oil periodically and take it when you need it. Like if your immune system is feeling, immensely weak, or your immune system is not performing, at its maximum proficiency, or you need some kind of kickstart in your immune system, then take black seed oil. It's beneficial for that, because it helps, because it has the quinone in it, which is a extreme antioxidant property, which is good for your body, and you need that. But the bottom line is you don't need it on a regular basis and you don't need it long term, because just like anything else, black seed oil can have side effects. One of the side effects that black seed oil has, and it's well and it's proven, don't take my word for it. All you gotta do is go on WebMD, because it says that on WebMD, is that black seed oil can cause internal bleeding. Yes, if you're taking black seed oil for a long period of time and you're taking it regularly, it can cause eternal bleeding. I'm gonna say that again. If you take black seed oil regularly and you take it for a long period of time, this is not me, this is from WebMD, it can cause eternal bleeding. That's why they tell you if you're about to have surgery, you want to get off of black seed oil 2 weeks prior to having any surgery. That's not me saying that. That's from WebMD. Anyone that's taking black seed oil and that's been taking it regularly, it tells you before you go on surgery or anything of that magnitude, you need to be off of it 2 weeks prior. There's a reason for that, because it affects with your blood. What it does is it can cause you to bleed fast, and it can cause you to bleed out. So that's why it's important, why I would prescribe against taking black seed oil, on a long-term basis and taking it regularly for that period of time. Periodic is good. Short-term is good. Anytime you're taking a dietary supplement that you normally don't take, that your body doesn't normally require you to take on a normal basis, it's good to take it short-term. It's good to take it periodically, but don't make it a natural habit to where you have to take it long-term, or don't make it a habit to where you're taking it regularly. That's not good for you. It's like I said, there's no such thing as anything being so good for you that you have to go excessive with it. So this is the reason why I stopped, because my body started doing the things that I needed the help from black seed oil to do for me. And once I got to that place, there was no need for it anymore. Will I find myself taking it here and there if my immune system, is extremely weak, and there might be a need for it at some point? Yes. But will it be something that I would be a go-to for me? No, not at this point, because again, I've gotten my health to a level to where I don't need it like that. So I just wanted to put that out there so that you guys know that this is not me knocking black seed oil. This is just my viewpoint and my take on my experiences with black seed oil, and the reason why I'm saying that I don't need to take it anymore the way that I took it before. Apple cider vinegar, I still do it because it has the benefits of, again, helping with your insulin levels, which is extreme. Apple cider vinegar helps with controlling diabetes, just like black seed oil did. Apple cider vinegar is also good because it has potassium, which is good, because it allows your heart to function, at its, normal beat. It's good to take it here and there. And apple cider vinegar is good for those who follow intermittent fasting lifestyle, because again, it goes in collaboration of what? Detoxifying your body. Hence, intermittent fasting does that, but apple cider vinegar does that as well too. It helps with detoxifying your body and cleansing your body and ridding it out of toxins. So that's why I take it here and there periodically still, because of those benefits. Now, what I really want to talk about is eating well and eating a balanced diet. Me per se, and again, I'm not talking about anyone else. I'm always talking about myself, because everyone needs to understand what is healthy for you. I'm going to say that again. Everyone needs to understand what is healthy for you. What's healthy for me may not be what's healthy for you. Me, I prescribe to a well balanced diet. What does that look like? Meats, lean, grass fed, meats, veggies, fruits, and I incorporate a lot of veggies and I incorporate a lot of fruits, um, berries and seeds and grains and beans. These things help, with the digestive process. They help you to make you regular and to constantly, constantly use the restroom. You want to be able to keep your body regular, and you want to constantly form a bowel movement when you're eating these types of proper foods. The reason being is because if you're constantly forming a bowel movement, what your body is doing within itself is it's naturally cleansing itself. I'm going to say that again. These foods promote bowel movement. The reason why you want your body to continue to have a bowel movement is because it's going to continue to promote and give you natural cleansing on a daily basis. The reason why natural cleansing is important and it's pivotal is because we deal with the, elements, and we deal with environmental contamination, through vehicles. Every time you step out of your house, your body's being contaminated, it's being exposed to some form of contamination. Every time you step out of your house, you got to deal mentally with, highly processed and garbage foods that are around you. So every day that you wake up, being healthy is a challenge within itself, because you're dealing with so many temptations and so many things that's against you that can adversely affect you. But the point is you want to create some form of discipline, and you want to eat healthy. The reason why you want to eat healthy is because you got to look at it from the bigger picture. You want to create what I call longevity. You want to have a longer lifespan. That's if you're into that, you know. Um, if you want to live a long and productive life, a life where you don't have to worry about health ailments, where you don't have to worry about health issues, where you don't have to worry about, you having to, at some point, needing to be in a wheelchair because of an issue that you could have, stopped on your end, or having to be, on, you having to be taking insulin shots, and that's something that you could have prevented on your end. It's all about changing your diet and eating the right kinds of foods and understanding how the body works. That's very important. When you have a balanced diet, it creates balance in your life. Eating is a discipline. If you're disciplined in eating, you're going to be disciplined in other areas of your life. And that's what people need to understand. Those who are controlled in their eating, if you notice, there's a correlation with them being uncontrolled in other areas of their life. That's just the way it works. So you want to create a balanced diet because, and again, it's your version of what balance is. To me, that's what my version of balance is for me, and that's what works for my body. You need to understand your body, and you need to know what works for your body and what doesn't work for your body. And it's a simple test as far as you eating different types of foods. You will know how your body responds to that. You eat a certain type of vegetable, whether it's kale, whether it's spinach, you see how your body responds to that. If your body responds well to it, then that means that's what your body wants. You know, the body spits common sense all the time. It's a matter of if we're paying attention to the common sense or if we're not. Your body will let you know if something is good for it, and it will also let you know if something is bad. You know why? Because when something is bad for it, it will have a negative response to it. That's basically your body saying, hey, I don't want this. Don't put this in me. Leave it alone. Separate yourself from it. But when your body has a positive reaction towards it, and your body's telling you, I want more of this, then you got to listen to that. So you got to know what's a healthy and balanced diet for yourself. And you need to study that. You know, there's different books out there, you know, eating for your blood type. You know, there's different researches out there on, the type of person that you are, the type of DNA that you have. This is what you should eat. Those things have some benefit to it. They have some benefits that you could, prescribe to. But I would just go by doing the simple, Q&A or simple, trial and error of just putting something in your body, whether if it's a fruit or a veggie or some kind of meat. If you don't eat meat, if you are vegan, then a fruit or a veggie or some kind of bean or some kind of, other type of food, and see how your body responds to that. If your body's responding well to it, then that's something you want to add into your diet. If your body doesn't respond well to it, then that's something you eliminate from your diet. It's just that simple. That's what I had to do. And in my health journey, that's what I've been doing. And guess what? That's what I will continue to do, because this is a lifestyle journey. It's something that you're gonna, go through an ever learning process. You're not gonna know everything. Anyone that sits in front of you and says, I know everything that there is to know about health, they are the biggest, sham artists in the world. There's no such thing. That doesn't exist. You're always going to go through a period where you're going to be learning, forever learning. So in that process of learning and forever learning, you're going to, go through some trial and errors where you may eat something that may not be agreeable with you, or you may eat something that will be agreeable with you. It's just a matter of going through that trial and error of figuring it out. And then once you've figured it out and you know what that balanced diet should look like, then here's the biggest and most hardest fact: the consistency that comes behind it. Because it's one thing to know what your body should have, but there's another thing to have that discipline factor to say, hey, I'm going to continue to prescribe to that. And if you do, and you continue to maintain that discipline, and then you add the other discipline of intermittent fasting with it, you will see tremendous results. I'm just telling you the truth. If you prescribe to a consistent style of eating a well-balanced diet that is nutrient-based and nutrient-dense, and when I say nutrient-dense, I'm talking about foods that have nutritional density. What does that mean? Foods that hold you. Because when you eat something that holds you and that has nutritional value, then what it does is it curbs hunger and it curbs cravings for nonsense, cravings for highly processed garbage, cravings for foods that make no sense, that you should not have no business eating. When you're eating foods that have proper and true nutritional value, you won't crave for the nonsense. Your body won't want that. It won't need it. It won't have no use for it unless you yourself say, hey, I want to have some junk food. You will kind of have to force that on yourself. But if your body goes into a place where it's consistently eating foods that has nutritional value, then guess what? It's going to have, that mindset that's what it's going to continue to want, because it's going to have that level of standard, and anything less is uncivilized. So you got to look at it from that standpoint. But again, touching back on eating a well-balanced diet, what does that look like? That's what you decide what the well-balanced diet is. But again, the only way that you're going to know is through trial and error. You got to kind of go through this. This is not a process that I can tell you what A through Z is going to look like for you, because again, you might adopt a vegan lifestyle, and that is completely different in what a well-balanced diet would be for you as opposed to me. But one thing that I can tell you as a vegan or a vegetarian or anyone who, promotes that lifestyle, you need to make sure that you maintain your B12 supplementation. I'm going to say it again. You need to make sure that you maintain your B12 supplementation, because my wife, my significant other, had an issue where her B12 was affected because, again, trial and error. She didn't know that, you know, she had to maintain her B12 level. She didn't know that that would be an issue because she thought she's eating, all of these rich fruits and vegetables, beans and grains. But no, the B12 was low. So just from that trial and error of what she went through, I can say that that's something that I can say and back it up with facts. As a vegan or someone who's vegetarian or someone who adopts that lifestyle, you need to make sure that you maintain your B12 level, because there's something about not eating meat and not eating, foods that have, that that's missing that component that affects your B12. So watch that and up your B12 supplementation. But other than that, again, I'm going back to the basics of what I'm trying to tell you. You need to figure out what a well-balanced diet is for you, because your genetics are different. They're not made up like mine. And anyone that tells you otherwise, that says this is the cookie cutter approach and this is what you need to eat, 6 eggs a day or eat this. No, that may not work for you. That may cause you to have high cholesterol. That may cause you to, to have heart disease. It may not work for you, just like it works for this person. Plus, you don't know what level of activity this person is doing. You don't know what type of athlete that they are to be able to counteract or combat. And then you don't know what their genetics is for them to be able to eat like that and to be able to be fine. Just because they're eating that way, that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So again, I'm going to say it one more time before I check out. A well-balanced diet needs to be something that you need to figure out for yourself. You need to create your version of what a well-balanced diet is, and a healthy diet at that. This is Henosis Sport, checking out.